So what does it take to learn and understand bar chords? Well, it's just these 4 open chord shapes, which are movable shapes that lead to playing any bar chord shape. In this lesson, you will learn all major and minor bar chords with the help of these open chord shapes. That means taking these shapes which are movable all over the fretboard. So let's start with the bar chords. Now this is the open shape of an E major chord, the second finger being on the second fret of the A string, ring finger, the third finger on the second fret of the D string, and first finger on the first fret of the G string. Now I'm just going to change my fingers from 1, 2, 3 to 2, 3, 4. So I'm still playing the E major chord. I've just changed the fingers. My ring finger is on the second fret of the A string, my little finger is on the second of D string, and my middle finger is on the first fret of the G string. Now this is the shape that we have to remember. Instead of these fingers, I've just changed the fingers to these. Now the thing to remember about this chord is that the root note of this chord is on the low E string. That means we are playing the low E open, and that is why this is an E major chord. Now in this shape, the open strings are low E, B, and E high. So if I move this shape 1 fret forward like this, everything will move further up. That means whatever I was playing as the open string will become the first fret. So now I am playing F major chord because this was E. The note that comes after E is F. Everything will move forward. So now I'm playing F major chord. If I take it half step forward, it will be F sharp. If I take one more fret forward, it will be G major. So all we have to remember about these first chord is that the root note of this chord is on the low E string. That means whatever note we are playing with our index finger, it is that particular major chord. So for example, if I take the same exact shape on, say for example, on the 6th fret, all you have to do is figure out the note that you're playing with your index finger. So I'm on the 6th fret, my index finger is on the 6th fret. So I'll count what note comes on the 6th fret. This was E, open E string, first fret is F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, and A sharp. So this is the A sharp or B flat, and if I take the same exact shape, the E major shape here, after the 6th fret, it will be A sharp major chord because the note I'm playing with my index finger on the low E string is A sharp. So this is A sharp major bar chord. Now let's talk about a minor bar chord. And for that, I have to take the E minor shape, which is this one. And again, I'm going to change the fingers from 2, 3 to 3, 4 like that. And again, the root note of this chord is on the low E string. So if I take this 1 fret forward, everything will move up a half step. So in this shape, the G, B, and E strings were open, so I'll have to bar them with my index finger here along with the low E. So I'll bar the entire fret, which is this chord right here. So this is F minor bar chord because this is the F note that I'm playing with my index finger on the first fret. If I take it half step further, it is F sharp minor. If I take one more fret ahead, it's G minor, G sharp minor, A minor, and so on. So making them sound is a tough job to do in the beginning, but if you just understand where those chords lie, then you can start practicing slowly. So basically this shape of E minor is similar to the E major shape with just releasing the middle finger. So if this is E major, this is E minor, this is F major, this is F minor, F sharp major, F sharp minor, but these bar chords are the major and minor bar chords that we learned with the root note on the E string. Now let's move on to the next two chord shapes, which are A major and A minor. The root note for these two shapes is on the A string. So if I take this same exact shape of A major chord one fret ahead, everything will move one fret forward. I can't play the B and E string open because they were open when I was playing the A major chord. So if I have to take these three fingers one fret forward, 0 will become 1. So open strings will become the first fret. So I'll have to bar my index finger on the first fret like this. So this is A sharp major chord because the root note I'm holding is on the first fret of the A string, which is A sharp, A sharp. If I have to play the B major chord, this is the B note, and I'll play this A major shape, which is a movable shape, on the 4th fret, and I'll just bar my index finger on the 2nd fret. Now let's take an example of a C sharp major bar chord with the root note on A string. All I'll do is find the C sharp on the A string, which comes on the 4th fret, and I'll play that A major shape, leaving one more fret. So this is a C sharp major bar chord with a root note on A string. Now let's go to the 4th chord shape, which is the A minor chord shape. And for this shape as well, I will change my fingers from 1, 2, 3 to 2, 3, 4 like this. So I'm still playing the A minor chord. I've just changed the fingers. My middle finger is on the 1st fret of the B string, my little finger is on the 2nd fret of G string, and my ring finger is on the 2nd fret of the D string. So again, the root note of this A minor chord shape is also on the A string. So if, for example, if I take the same exact shape one fret forward, everything moves one fret forward, so my index finger will be on the 1st fret. So whatever note I'm playing with my index finger on the 1st fret is that particular minor chord. So I'm playing the A sharp note on the 1st fret of the A string, and I'm playing the A minor shape, and thus this is an A sharp minor chord. If I take it one more fret forward, it's going to be B minor chord, because this is the B note on the 2nd fret of A string. So the root note of this A minor chord shape is always on the A string. So let's quickly recollect about how to find two shapes of any major and minor bar chords. So let's take an example of C major and C minor bar chords. So two shapes of C major bar chords and two shapes of C minor bar chord, one with the root note on E string and one with the root note on A string. So C major bar chord with the root note on E string, I'll take this E major chord shape and I'll move it further up till I find the note C on the low E string. So I get the note C on the 8th fret of the low E string. So I'll bar my index finger on the 8th fret and I'll play the E shape with these three fingers. So this is the C major bar chord with the root note on E string. If I just release my middle finger, that's going to be C minor bar chord with the root note on E string. Now let's find out the C major bar chord with the root note on A string. All I do is find the note C on the A string, which comes on the 3rd fret of the A string, and I'll leave one fret and I'll play the A major chord shape right here on the D, G and B strings. And if I play this shape, this is the C major bar chord with the root note on A string. And if I have to make it a minor, I'll play the same exact minor shape because I've already got the note C on the A string, which is the A minor shape, and this is the note C on the A string. So C major chord with the root note on E string, C major chord with the root note on A string, C minor chord with the root note on E string, and C minor chord with the root note on A string.